Hello, my name's Eamon McAuley, and I'm just going to do a wee boxing podcast today. A lot of people have said to me about I would be good at doing it. I'll just tell you my credentials as a boxer. I'm an ex-pro. I won 11 out of 12 professional fights. I was in Barney East Ridge Camp, trained and sparred with Barry McGuigan, and former ABA champion, senior champion. Only two guys from Belfast ever won the ABAs, Jack Gartland in 1928 and myself in 1985. I'm an ex-amateur and professional boxing coach. I'm a great nephew of Ireland's only ever undisputed, home-based undisputed world champion, Rinty Monaghan. My grandfather, Harry McAuley, was an ex-pro. He was Northern Ireland area featherweight champion, which he won over 15 rounds against Billy Donnelly. I was also instrumental in getting these statues put up in Belfast of boxers. There was one of Rinty Monaghan, Cathedral Gardens. There was one of John Calwell at Dunvale Park. And there was a generic statue in the Shanklewoodvale area to recognise all the great boxers that come out of there. I'm also a well-respected boxing historian and pundit. So the two subjects I'm going to talk about today are Irish-born world champions and was Jack Dempsey overrated? I think he was, but we'll get to that later. We'll start off with the Irish-born world champions, top 10. And right, here we go. I'm going to name you some, and you can discuss yourselves who's the best in your opinion. Jimmy McLarnin from Hillsborough, County Down. Jimmy's boxing record was 57 wins, 11 defeats and 3 losses. He beat the world champions. You have to understand that there was 8 weight divisions in them days. There was one champion at every weight. It's not the ignominious mess there is today with WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF, IBC, diamond belts, silver belts, super champions, interim champions. It's not that ignominious mess. These were real champions. And the ordinary guy in the street could have named you who the 8 world boxing champions were. So Jimmy McLarnin beat 13 world champions. He's number 1 in the list of all the boxing experts and historians when it comes to greatest Irish-born boxers. He boxed Barney Ross 3 times, Tony Canzanaria twice, Sammy Mandel twice, Bud Taylor twice, Benny Leonard, Lou Ambers, Pancho Villa, Fidel La Barbara. I mean, they were great boxers, legends. So that's why Jimmy McLarnin is number 1. Substance, quality of opposition. I'll just run past some of the other ones. The non-pareil Jack Dempsey. Non-pareil means none of equal. He was 51 wins, 4 losses and 11 draws. He was the first middleweight champion under the Marquess of Queensberry rules, and he lost his title to Bob Fitzsimmons. He was from Curra, County Clare. Jack McAuley was the first lightweight champion under the Marquess of Queensberry rules. Jack was born in Cork and was unbeaten in 37 bouts. Tom Sharkey, the heavyweight from Dundalk. He boxed James J. Jeffries twice. Sharkey's record was 40 wins, 7 losses and 5 draws. He was a great fighter. Peter Mayer, he was holder of the most first round knockout wins. He was a middleweight champion. Mike McTeague, world light heavyweight champion. He beat Battling Siki in Dublin on St. Paddy's Day on points. Siki would have needed to knock out McTeague twice to get a draw on St. Paddy's Day. Mike McTeague also boxed my hero, Harry Greb. Greb wasn't Irish-born, but his mother was, and his father was German. We go to George Gardner, was the first light heavyweight champion, beating Jack Root for the undisputed title. He was born in County Clare, Liston and Varnia. His record was 45 wins, 11 defeats and 9 draws. Next we'll go to Rinty Monaghan, my great uncle. He was British Empire European an undisputed, undefeated world flyweight champion. Ireland's only ever home-based undisputed world champion, and he was from Belfast. And then we get the guys who won versions of the title. John Caldwell, Barry McGuigan, Wayne McCulloch, Dave Boy McAuley, Steve Collins, Bernard Dunn, Andy Lee, Carl Frampton, Ryan Burnett. Multi-weights and multi-titles. Diminishes their achievements, I think, because there's so many titles, there's so many weight divisions, and Collins, Frampton and Katie Taylor was two weight world champions. Katie Taylor was undisputed champion and she won Olympic gold, so I think she might be in the top 10. McGuigan, a lot of people says Pedrosa was an old man when he boxed him when he won the title, but Pedrosa was 29. That's not really old, even for boxing. Steve Collins made 7 title defences. He boxed some great fighters: Kevin Watts, Tony Thornton, Mike McCallum, Reggie Johnson, Sambu Kalambi, Chris Pat, Chris Eubank, Nigel Benn. So he would be well there too. So as I say, there's some options. It's, it would be hard to put them 1 to 10, but sure, you can do that and get back to me. Going to go next to Jack Dempsey. Was he the most overrated boxer ever? Known as Kid Blackie, the Manasseh Mauler. Was he one of the greatest heavyweights of all time? Or was he a great weight hoax? Don't forget, Dempsey was a weight heavyweight coming after the most hated world champion in history, Jack Johnson. Johnson was hated because of the colour of his skin. And Dempsey, did the white man build a myth around Dempsey? I think they did. Let's have a look. Let's scrutinise his record. Dempsey refused to box a black boxer and never gave the number 1 rated heavyweight, Harry Wells, a black man, a go at the title. Fireman Jim Flynn knocked Dempsey out, although it was avenged by Dempsey. Willie Meakin beat Dempsey 2 or 3 times, depending on what Facebook site you go on. Harry Greb, the middleweight, beat Willie Meakin twice. Won every round, beat him easy, beat him hands down. Al Norton drew with Dempsey twice. Name me one great heavyweight that Jack Dempsey beat. See, it's substance, it's quality of opposition. That's why that's why people regard Muhammad Ali as one of the greatest heavyweights that ever lived. He never avoided anybody and fought the best. Dempsey's record was 53 wins, 6 losses and 8 draws. He was 6'1", which was pretty big in them days. He won the title against a big novice, in my opinion, Jess Willard. And were the gloves loaded? Were Dempsey's gloves loaded? As people have been whispering down the years. But we don't know, that's unproven. And that's a bit of a slur on Jack Dempsey, who was a good fighter. Billy Miskey, his first title defence, he gave Billy Miskey a go at the title, knowing that Billy Miskey was Dan. And Billy Miskey died the next year, and they reckon Dempsey gave him the shot so as Billy Miskey could pay for his funeral. Georges Carpentier, the Frenchman, wobbled Dempsey in the second, although Dempsey came back to stop Carpentier in the fourth. Louis Firpo, another big novice in my opinion, knocked Dempsey out of the ring, knocked him through the ropes and out of the ring. Pretty ignominious, although Dempsey came back. Dempsey had Firpo down about 7 times in a wild and woolly fight. Tommy Gibbons was a great light heavyweight, but not a heavyweight. Bill Brennan had links to Al Capone. Gene Tunney outclassed Dempsey, won every round. And then Jack Sharkey boxed Dempsey. They were sandwiched between the two Tunney fights. Sharkey was well on top when he turned to the ref to complain about a low blow from Dempsey, and Dempsey hit Sharkey a blow, knocking Sharkey out. Sharkey was well ahead in points. Sharkey was probably the best heavyweight that Dempsey met. And then we come to the second Gene Tunney fight, the Battle of the Long Count. And that was in the 7th round. But when Tunney got knocked down, when the timekeeper reached 10, Tunney was looking at the referee. And when the referee said 9, Tunney was up. So you go by the referee's count and not the timekeeper's. So I can't see anything wrong with that. I can't see what all the controversy was. And then Tunney came back to drop Dempsey in the 9th and once again won the fight easy enough. Out of the 20 rounds that they'd done over 2 fights, Tunney won 19 out of the 20 rounds. So, there you go. There are 2 subjects I wanted to talk about today. Maybe the next podcast I'll talk about the great Harry Greb, who was one of my favourite fighters. I just want to get this wee book here. Get this wee book on board here, which I've wrote. It's been out a year and 9 months. Fighting the Fine Peace. Just give it a wee plug. It's a great boxing book. It's just not a boxing book. It's about growing up in Ardown, which was the worst hit area of the Troubles. It's also about my dad being one of the hardest men ever come out of Ireland. It's about my faith in God. And give it a go. It's a good read. I think you'll like it. And thanks very much. And I'll maybe get back to you in another week or a fortnight with another podcast. Thank you.